Yo, we at the gym. It's like 6:10. About to get after it. All right. I didn't have as much time as I thought. I actually had to be at work at 9, so it's 8:52 right now. I'm just in the parking lot, and essentially we just got work today. One thing I did do is I kind of took a picture of the functions, and so I know what our agent on the back end is going to have to do. And so I didn't want to bring my computer. I'm actually not allowed to talk about my business. I'm not allowed to do anything about my business in this restaurant, is what the owner told me. And it started with the owner giving me advice. He's an entrepreneur. He's been an entrepreneur. And he decided that this business was distracting me from this job, which I disagree. But not allowed to talk about it, not allowed to do any work here. So what I did do, though, is took a picture of the functions of what I need to integrate, essentially. And I will just be kind of going through that and then getting my thoughts in my notes, as well as using ChatGPT a little bit to see if I can get a prompt that I think will work well on the back end with utilizing functions and being able to call on tools accordingly. But essentially, it shouldn't be too... It should be something that I can get like a rough draft for when I get home. I can implement it and then start testing. But yeah, I'm gonna be here all day. Like I said, during my break, I do plan on trying to get some work done. And then we got tonight, and then tonight I will I might stay up a little bit later because I don't have to wake up at 5:30 tomorrow. Or I don't wake up on 5:30 on the weekends. I don't go to the gym on the weekends. I just do 5 days a week. And so tomorrow I'll be able to sleep in a little bit. And I think I gotta be here at 10 tomorrow. So that means I have to leave at 9:30, which means I could wake up at 9. So therefore I could stay up until 1 working on it if I choose that. And if not, then I can wake up a little bit earlier and I can work on it. And then Sunday we have all day. So Sunday is going to be all day AI and just getting this system ready. But let's just get into it. Let's get it going. Had a good lift this morning. And I can't wait until one day I look back and I'm like, I just don't want to have to work here. Slave. Somebody can tell me what I can and cannot do, can and cannot say. I just don't like that shit. So, all right, well, we're going to go in. I got a private event today morning, and then should be a busy dinner. All right, real quick, guys. So, I just got on my little break. Got off the phone with our first client, our first person we're working with. No offense, I wouldn't call her a client. I'm not getting paid. But my first partner, how about that? We'll go with that logic or that saying. Now, so she gave me some key information that I need, which is fantastic. So it was a great conversation. But let's just get into, I need to get like a phone mount for this car. Let's get into real quick my thought process of what's going to be happening going forward. Actually, fuck that. Let's just go into... I just want to go on a little rant real quick. So, I just got off of work for an event. One thing that propels me and makes me want to work for myself, be the type of person that can generate money, be the man in charge, start a company, and do all this stuff. Why do I feel like I'm in so much pain that the pain of working another 40 hours or more per week on a project that doesn't generate me any money, why I do that when I could pursue something else? I can get another job. I can do these other things, right? And get money, get rewarded. I'm sorry if I'm sweaty as shit. It is hot as fuck out here, and this car is hot as fuck. I wanted to stay in the restaurant, but maybe we'll touch on that in a second. But essentially, what I've seen in a lot of the businesses that I've worked in is a lack of respect for their employees. It is a tough thing when you feel like you could do something. Now, everybody thinks that they can do something better when you've never done it before, right? So, for instance, I think I can run a restaurant pretty good. I've never done it, but because I've been in the industry, I think that I could. I would never want to own a restaurant in my fucking life. The profit margins are shit. There's so many regulations. Fuck that. I would never, ever want to own a restaurant in my life. I'm just going to let you know right now. Now, where am I getting with this, right, guys? Essentially, what I'm saying is that I don't like it when my employer is a hypocrite, and I don't like it when I feel disrespected and I don't feel, or AKA, I don't feel respected. What that looks like to me is saying certain things that we can or cannot do when they do them. Or, not really helping when we really need help, or it's just a lot of critique, not like just criticism with no feedback. And it's like, I need feedback. And also it's no telling me I'm doing well when I'm doing well. It's only telling me I'm doing bad when I'm doing bad. And also the power trip. These people get on power trips, and because they control the fact that you work here for a paycheck because you need to live, they take away rights that are constitutional. For instance, I'm not allowed to talk about my business or anything I do outside of work when I'm at the restaurant. Now, that is literally directly violating my First Amendment right to freedom of speech. I live in a fucking free country, and I fucking despise the fact that somebody could have that power over me and tell me what I can and cannot do. That shit pisses me off. Another thing, once again, is when they put expectations or rules in place that they don't help. For instance, let's say, okay, guys, well, I want to have this culture of this and that, right? But the culture that you cultivated is one of fear, one of I'm going to constantly criticize you, no positive feedback, only negatives. But I want this culture to be everybody to, come in with a smile on their face, and it's hospitality and it's this and that. And that goes along with my, being a hypocrite. So we're taught to be really, really, and I'm getting my fucking sweat on right now. I'm so sorry, guys. You probably just see me glistening right now. It's fucking disgusting. But you see, we're always taught about hospitality, right? Show hospitality. Hospitality is in everything. And I agree, service-based industry, stuff like that. Hospitality is in everything. If you're doing something for somebody, you need to make it feel personalized to them. And that is what hospitality is about, right? Now, going along with that, we have a breakfast for a buyout, and we have items that are out that aren't on the menu. For instance, these baguettes, these pastries or whatever that they ordered in or whatever. And there's a lot left. And instead of offering them to the people that are working hard for you, when you don't have to do anything, instead of offering that gesture of that 50-cent baguette that you have, that would mean $100. It would mean so much more to somebody that's hungry and has been busting their ass for you. And you decide to box them up and put them away, and we're not allowed to have them. We're not allowed to have them. And it's just like, you want us to be happy. The easier my job is, especially as a server or a bartender, the better my service is going to be for my guests. The better the experience I'm going to be able to have for my guests. And that's a fact. The harder my job is, the more pissed off I'm going to subconsciously be, and it's going to come off less authentic. And it's also that the more complex my job is, the shittier the service is going to be for every customer I have, especially when I have a lot of customers. And so what I mean by, being a hypocrite is basically, you preach that we need to be we're in this hospitality industry, and that we need to be extremely good at what we do and make people feel good. And yet, whenever these people, we are all working hard. And yes, we are working hard for ourselves. We are working hard for... All right, bro. Now I'm in the fucking fridge. I'm fucking hot as fuck. I'm about to go upstairs and just, chill and brain dump or whatever. But real quick, guys, I know that my rant cut off, but what I'm trying to say is my dream is to be able to have a company create a culture and make people feel appreciated for what they do, and just create what I've never had, I've never seen, and that's the goal. And then freedom, create a team, create a culture, be able to do fun shit with my team, and just accomplish a lot. So that's all. I'm gonna keep working like the slave I am, and I'm going to see you guys more than likely after my shift when I get home. All right, sweet. So we are home. It's about midnight now. I'm probably gonna call it quits for the day. I'm really tired. I gotta wake up early tomorrow. I wake up early tomorrow, I can get to work again. My brain is just fried right now. But essentially, agent works really, really well. Now, there's a couple things within the notes where it says, is that right? And then asks a question immediately right after, which you cannot do. And it's having trouble booking in and using the booking agent function. So essentially, the booking is not working, but it is getting availability relatively well. Now, I'm gonna have to do a lot more testing on this, calling it, just experiencing the node and whatnot. But overall, I would say today is a win. I would say that I have this working demo now, so now it's finally live after, working on it and stuff. And I think the next step is obviously just making sure that it uses the recording tools, but it logs all data that it needs, and it formats it correctly and everything, so it's ready to be shipped to essentially the CRM. So I mean, like, the data is logged and everything. Now it's just really, it's going to be a couple more steps and then we're pretty much done, right? So it's going to be the SIP trunking the phone number to the agent. It's going to be refining the flow, just refining a couple of the prompts so it doesn't do certain things or it does certain things. Connecting the knowledge base, as well as making sure that each tool functions correctly. And then linking all that to Jobber, sending all the information to Jobber, and doing that integration process. And after all that is done, it will be a finished product. Now, I think I got, let's see here. So probably around 3-ish hours worth of work today, which is decent considering I worked a 12-hour day. And yeah, so we're just going to, we'll be able to sleep in a little bit tomorrow. It's nice. Maybe. I'm not gonna wake up at 5:30. So sleeping is relative. Maybe if I wake up at 8 o'clock and I get showered and stuff, I can work on it until 10. So, 2 hours or hour and a half worth of work would be phenomenal for tomorrow morning. And then I can really stay up tomorrow night as well if I'm not absolutely fried like I am today. I'm just fucking dead. I just don't feel like talking to the agent and shit right now. But yeah, overall, pretty successful day. Went on a little tangent there during the day about work. It's frustrating. One day. I always tell myself one day I won't have to do this. One day I'll be doing my thing. One day I'll build a culture that I'm proud of. One day I'll build a team. One day I won't have to worry about money, whatever it is. And yeah, so I'm gonna work on that tomorrow and all day Sunday, and essentially get that ready and kind of show her that. And then once she shows that and we're good to go, then we'll just start doing live tests, reviewing transcripts that come in, and just making sure that the system is running properly, and then we're pretty golden. I would estimate that I have about, with learning how to do the SIP trunking and learning how to do the Jobber and fixing everything. And I got Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Sunday all day, Monday basically all day. I'd say probably around 25 hours work left with the learning curve and everything to be able to have a working agent that can function in a real situation properly and reliably. I'd say probably around 25 hours, maybe 30. Yeah. So right now, guys, before I go to bed, I'm like loopy right now. Like, I need to just lay down, just like my eyes are so heavy right now. All I'm gonna do is just, edit this vlog, get it ready to be scheduled for tomorrow, and then as well as write my LinkedIn post for the day and schedule that for tomorrow as well. And what I've been doing is staggering. So I'll check it off on the list once that post is scheduled. But I schedule everything for noon the next day, which I think is smart. So, yeah, I will see you guys tomorrow. Peace out.